Okay, hi everyone again, and if you completed absolutes, now you should be downloading the functions spreadsheet and go to exercise 1 from the functions spreadsheet. First of all, you must always observe what is going on that page, and right now the page that you're looking at is Practical University student numbers, and these are the students and the year of entry. And simply what you need to do, get the total in the correct cell, and this, by now you know this, it is my auto sum, but that is, here we go, that's not the only way of doing this calculation, but I will use that auto sum. Press enter from the keyboard and you will get a number 15250. That's the number of students. And if I wanted to get an average number, again I select the right cell right next to the average and then go on to simply say average from, but notice in average selection it selected student numbers as well as my total, which my total shouldn't be included in separate student numbers. So I'm going to select a new range by holding down the mouse key and dragging the range that I like to define. So once you're happy with it, press enter. So the average is 1,900 students approximately, and that is from 1993 to 2000. Okay, what exercise 1b, if you look at it, what I need to do, first of all I need to put a date in, and the date, let's zoom in a little bit more on the spreadsheet so you can see exactly what's going on. A date, I will start just like my other functions with equal sign and then simply type. I can type in here today. So if I typed oops, no, that's wrong, 2, the computer is suggesting, is that what you want? And I will say, yes, that's what I want, thank you very much. And notice the bracket is open. I must close that bracket to get the date displayed, and right now that is today's date. And for the time function, I am going to use something else called equals now, but let's see, oh, there it is, now. Enter and close the open bracket and you will get something like that. That means we know it now, that the information isn't fitting in and it's got date and time, which I'm not really happy because we have to show just time in there. So right click on the cell, go into format cells option, and from the options make sure you're only displaying time, and I will show you how this is done. Okay, once the computer is actually keeping up with us. Notice it's a custom format and I want hours and minutes just like the one it's actually displayed here. So when I say okay, well in fact I can, oh no, it doesn't show us a preview, it shows a sample here. Okay, and say okay, here we go, 12:42, and that is in line with my computer clock at the bottom here. Average mark, all I have to do, select a cell and then go on to average function. Average function is displayed underneath the sum function, but again it's the wrong range. I need to select from Tony to Jeff and press enter. That's 66, and the highest mark will be, again going back to my auto sum, go for maximum and define the correct range, and then the lowest one will be the same. Go on to, oops, it put auto sum, that's wrong, minimum it should have had. Okay, and if you make a mistake, all you have to do, just delete, and just now it happened because it does happen, then go back and do it again. Minimum I'm looking for, lowest mark, and get the correct range. Here we are, and enter, and then number of students, all I have to do, use something called count. It will count the amount of marks that's given. So I can either use my fx function, the menu from here, or I can type directly into the cell by equal and start with C. It will start suggesting, and if you say O, N, and there we are, I am going to count, and it says count what? The value. So here we are, that's my range, close your bracket, enter, 13 students, and that's all you need to do. And going to 1C, average mark, highest mark, lowest mark, number of students. This time guys, you can do this, I'm not going to actually do this myself. It's the same as 1B. And exercise 2, rounded mark, this, now you're expected to hear round the number up or down, and we are going to round it up. You need to know the function equals, okay, round up, round up, and notice what the computer is saying, it's suggesting something there, and I will double click on that and go and select the number. What number do you want to round up? And obviously that's Tony's number or mark. Here you go. Tony's mark is 35.26, and notice the comma. Computer is helping you. Right now it says you've actually defined what to round up, but you haven't actually defined how many digits. And if I said 0, this means round up to 36, I believe. Okay, let's have a look at it. Okay, enter. Yes, it is. So Tony's number is rounded up to 36, and if I actually carried out my selection as like done previously, you will find it's working absolutely correctly to the next rounded up integer or next number. Okay, and again, get used to round up. Exercise 3, pass or fail. All you have to do now, in this case, okay, I believe the pass or fail, okay, you're going to have to define if somebody is like getting less than 40, you are going to give them a fail, and if they are achieving more than 40, you have to give them a pass. But this one is not so obvious. I'm just going to, you can bypass this. Go to exercise 4. Let me see if it's obvious there. Okay, here we go. The pass or fails are given here, and if statements. I wasn't expecting to see the if statement on the spreadsheet. I didn't realize I deleted them. Anyway, the way it works. Okay, let's do this together. Going back to exercise 3. You can see the condition for pass or fail, and the conditions are, okay, if someone scores above 50, they pass, otherwise they fail. So we need to write that condition here in exercise 4, and remember the if statement. Okay, if you make a mistake, just escape, go back to exercise 3 and say equals if, and what am I checking for? I am checking for the test is if it is, okay, if this number here is greater than 50, comma, notice it goes bold, okay, they pass. Okay, if it is not, comma, okay, they simply fail. And close your brackets, press enter. Okay, oh, if you get this kind of message, that means there is something wrong. Okay, and what is the problem here? Okay, if C4 is greater than 50, pass, otherwise fail. Okay, that should be absolutely fine. There is nothing wrong with that formula. Sometimes this happens, and let me just have a quick look. Okay, and oh, I've now noticed. If you want to actually display a text, you have to put it in connotation marks, just like there, and that's what I did not do. An easy mistake. Here we are. The connotations must go on here and here, and then here, and okay, and here. Okay, I hope you can see the difference. Enter. Now the person fails because they score less than 50. If you autofill, pass, fail, and pass, fail is done in the correct way. Exercise 4. Right now what we need to do, total number of students. Let's zoom in here. I'm rushing this because I have only 15 minutes of recording time. Now total number of students calculated, you know this from previous exercise, count. All I have to do equals count. And what am I counting for? I need to open bracket. It says value. Values in. Did they receive a mark? Yes or no? Okay, I think they all have received a mark. Therefore, I'm going to close, and it's counting the number of people who's received a mark. That's 12. Number of students that's passed. Okay, this will be equals count, but this time I must add the if statement. Count if. Okay, what am I counting for? First of all, the range. The range is displayed there, but the criteria. Notice the criteria. The criteria is there, and I must write it in connotation. I'm looking for a number of people who passed, so exactly as it's written in there, and then close your bracket. And notice Excel is helping me. Once everything is finished, the help is going away. Enter. Yes, 8 people actually passed. Now, pass ratio, you can easily do this by dividing number of people by the total number of students. Enter. And set the area to percentage, not general, because look at the general, that's not writing. Percentage is a ratio, and 66.67%. And then optional exercises, I would expect you to be able to complete them. If you've gone this far, you are doing really well.